Bitcoin is approaching $70,000 again here in June, with many speculating that if we break 71, 72,000 and these new all-time highs right here that were put in back in March, that sky is the limit for Bitcoin and the real fun could be looking to begin very soon. Smash the like button, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Because here on the channel, we make time-sensitive videos that you're not going to want to miss. This market is very quick, moves very, very quickly. And yeah, let's get into some updates with Bitcoin and the market to give you a realistic kind of opportunity of what these markets are offering you. Now, before we go any further, though, please understand, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money here on this channel. Full disclosure, I do hold the crypto assets that I will be speaking about in today's video. Also, please understand that cryptocurrency trading and investing is insanely risky. Even in Bitcoin and Ethereum and the top coins, they're very volatile. If you start playing around in altcoins, and we'll discuss some altcoins here in just a minute, 99 out of every 100 of these are going to fail in the next bear market. It's just what the reality is, especially these meme coins. It's very, very important that you do your own research and that I personally, again, am just sharing with you education, my own thoughts and opinions. That's all this is, so that you're very understanding of what you're getting here on this channel. Always, again, make sure to do your own research and consult with your own personal financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Now, here we go. Bitcoin now at time of this recording literally just cracked 70,000. So what are our options here? Well, we have a few different options, and there's a few things that we need to pay attention with Bitcoin before I share with you even more about the altcoins. So if you look at technical analysis, and again, I used to not be a big believer in technical analysis, and now I'm kind of like, I still think that there's, goods and bads to TA, but what I want to share with you about TA is that it can help you make, more shorter term and longer term predictions and kind of give you some insight as to what the market's doing, right? So you can see here that we've been in this massive parabolic move, literally, since 2022, 2023. Nice little parabolic move here, right? We even came up here, made this move, and now we've been kind of in this range. So one of two things can happen next, right? So this is where you have to make your best guesses, right? Educated guesses about what is going to happen next. Well, typically, you can see here in the range, right? We've come up to the top of the range, bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom of the range, middle of the range, deviated below the range, right? Because there's clear support here. We deviated below to kind of shake and scare everybody out. We closed a candle down there, but then quickly recovered, okay? Came back, bottom of the range, top of the range, kind of the middle of the range, top of the range, right? So what does this mean, right? You're probably like, okay, that tells us nothing. Well, it does tell us a few things. So let me explain what it means. It means that if you continue to hammer a top or a bottom of the range, it's either going to break up or break down. Now, here are some scenarios at play for you to make the best decisions for yourself. I believe long term, there's an 80% chance, right? This is me thinking out loud, that we go higher, and that this is what's going to happen in the near to short term, okay? Like mid-range, short term, couple months, something around that nature, okay? So we could do this and this, and then eventually go, right? That's one scenario. Or we can come back up here, and then we can go here, right? Like this could happen within another couple of weeks to a month, right? Like nobody knows for sure the exact time, but my thesis and guess is that we have a higher percent chance of going up. Now, there's a 20% chance, okay, that we go down, right? That we go like this. Okay, like there's a 20% chance that we fall through and we do this, right? Like that could happen. I'm giving it a less of a probability based upon some other factors that I'm going to share with you, but there is downside risk in every asset, right? There's black swans, there's crazy things that can happen. Like I need you to know that this is very risky either way, right? But we're getting to a critical decision point here because again, we've tapped the top of this range once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and this was kind of our deviation above when we kind of made the all-time high. So it shows me that yes, we have resistance here, okay, but eventually resistance will be flipped into support, okay? And that's exactly what we're looking for next. Now, when this comes, I don't know, nobody knows, but it's looking to me like, see how we came up? We now retested the midline here kind of as support, back up, retesting this little bit as support, back up, right? Or maybe we just continue to keep doing that. That would be an 80% chance, all right? That's my own opinion, right? That higher is still on the table. So now that we know that with Bitcoin, okay, that 70,000, right? It's nice to see the market moving in that direction. What are some other factors and indicators that we need to pay attention to for altcoins, as well as like, why would we even pay attention to altcoins? Well, we've seen every 3 to 4 years a huge capitulation in Bitcoin dominance, right? So when Bitcoin, back in 2016, 2017, there was a few altcoins. I'm talking like a handful, right? Now, you go down to all these other altcoins and the dominance went into all these altcoins. That's what we had, that crazy parabolic, when XRP went from fractions of a penny to like $3, and you had Litecoin going crazy, Ethereum going nuts. That's when you see those crazy moves, right? Is when Bitcoin dominance falls off of the cliff. Then Bitcoin dominance climbs into the bear market because people flee into safety. And then, eventually the next cycle comes around and we see a huge altcoin season, right? So this is when the Bitcoin dominance fell from 70 all the way to 40 and bottomed out right around here. And yeah, I mean, that's where you saw like a lot of altcoin gains in this area. Okay, now Bitcoin has continued to climb back up to 55. And the reason why you're not seeing Bitcoin dominance go higher and higher, like back up to 90 to even 70, is because there's so many new altcoins now. The market's getting diluted, okay? And people are looking for other ways to make more Bitcoin rather than just buying it because Bitcoin's at 70,000. That's a huge number. So the altcoin gains are going to be there and they will come, I believe, but you have to be patient. And the reason why you have to be patient is you got to watch this chart. If this chart moves down, to 40% again, 30% again, in the next 6 months to a year, maybe even a little bit longer than that, that's when your altcoin should be absolutely flying. So you kind of want to position before that happens, though. And I think we're starting to already see some altcoins making new highs and going crazy. And I want to share with you this chart, and it comes from this person here. So again, this is not my work, so just full disclosure into there. But it says Bitcoin dominance has bounced after leaving the channel. Now Bitcoin dominance performance is performing a bearish retest. If reclaims the channel, Bitcoin dominance may rise. But in my previous post, I have said Bitcoin dominance chart has an important bearish divergence. Now as seen on the chart in the red line. So you can see here that we have bearish divergence happening and we're in a rising wedge channel. Typically, we're retesting and then we could potentially come down. And again, that's what we're looking for, is to retest and go lower. So again, that's kind of like, again, you can see this up here. This is like the resistance area. And again, thus, if the bearish retest succeeds, Bitcoin dominance will decline here and fails to enter the channel. Money will likely flow into altcoins or USDT. USDT is more likely because Memecoin sucked out all the money already, not financial advice. So again, this is from this person here and their thoughts. But I think that there's goods and bads of like what he's saying and like what we're looking at now. So here are the crypto bubbles today. And here you can see that there are a few in the green, but a lot of altcoins are still in the red. And this makes sense to me, right? It makes sense because Bitcoin dominance hasn't fallen, crazy. So if you look on the last week to the last month, though, there are a few crypto projects that have done very, very well. And there are some that we've actually talked about. So let's get into some of these altcoins, right? I made a video literally 11 days ago saying these high risk altcoins are starting to explode, time sensitive. And it was the truth, right? I could see Brett at 9 cents here was starting to explode. And it looked like, oh, we missed the move. Well, let's take a look at Brett today. It's already doubled from that video in 11 days. So again, I don't predict the markets and wouldn't choose what's going to happen. I just report to you the data that's happening right now. So Brett here is now sitting at a $1.85 billion market cap at the time of this recording, and it is making new all-time highs, right? So to me, it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. We could sit here and do targets there. I would say the next target is right around probably 25 to 30 cents. And so you may, get this massive move up and then start consolidating in this area, right? You might start to form another floor of, resistance, and you're never going to go back to these areas again, right? And this happens with very strong meme coins to me, and very strong coins in general, not just meme coins. I said meme coin because Brett is a meme coin. Now, what's interesting though is with these crypto coins, right? They're very volatile. So this could go up today, but 3 months from now, it could be back down at 10 cents. Like it could do something like this, right? Now, with a coin as strong as Bread is showing me at the current moment, I would say it's less likely that we go here before going higher, right? Because you have to look at higher time frames. It's on the daily. If you look on the weekly, I mean, look at these weekly candles. It's absolutely showing insane strength, bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing for 3 weeks straight, okay? Now, eventually the strength will run out. More sellers will come into the market, right? Like that's just how this works, right? Like you get a period of sellers, right? You get a period of buyers, you get a period of sellers and buyers. Like it's just how, markets move. But then if you look on the higher time frames, the monthly, I mean, look at these monthly charts. Absolutely huge. You have huge candle, red candle, then bullish engulfing on the monthly, followed by another bullish engulfing so far in the monthly if we were to close in the next 20 days. So all the higher time frames for Brett are showing me that like things are looking more bullish than bearish, okay? That doesn't mean that like we can't get a correction. It's just showing me that like more, again, there's a lot of strength in this project in particular. But again, now it's a $1.85 billion market cap. So take that for what it's worth. The next coin that we shared with you was Andy, right? We talked about the comparison between the two, right? And when we talked about Andy, right, we made our little technical analysis here, right? We shared, right, at 1.8 cents here, right? So there's Brett, right? Andy is at 1.8, 1.6 cents. And in that video, you could see that I made the comparison between the two charts. So again, Andy was lagging behind, was right around this area, and then it absolutely exploded just like Brett exploded. And just like the video I said, they're starting to explode. Now, I don't know how high or low Andy's going to go. I don't know how high or low Brett is going to go. I'm just reporting to you what has happened right now. And this is only a $40 million market cap compared to a $1.85 billion. Now, again, both of these are base meme coins. Okay, and we've shared meme coins because meme coins have been the best performers. So I don't make the rules to this. It's just what the market is giving us at this time. Let's get into other coins right now that we talked about and maybe haven't talked about in a little bit. Toshi is another one on base chain that seems to be exploding and kind of consolidating in this area, but again, lagging behind. Mochi is another one, made a nice move all the way to 0.000004. Now this retesting looks like this area here. Now also you have Pepecoin, right? And you have Pepe. So to me, you want to compare the two charts and look at like where are things potentially going. So Pepe is probably like the leading meme coin of all meme coins this cycle at a $5 billion valuation. Brett being like his brother, the part of the boys club is not too far behind, which is absolutely crazy to see. So, who's going to do better, Pepe or Brett? It's anybody's best guess, but you can see the charts here. Now you have Pepecoin, right? This is the original Pepe. Looking at the charts here, you can see, zooming out a little bit, the charts look relatively similar, right? You have this up, down, right? And you have this up, down here, right? So to me, if you look at Pepecoin versus Pepe, all you're looking at is, okay, well, the market cap, to keep it simple, is at a $487 million. This one's at 5 billion, right? So it's basically 10 times leverage. Okay, so it's 10 times 10x riskier, right? But also could potentially have 10 times more reward. Okay, so you have to understand the risk versus reward. So I personally hold both in all of these cryptos that I've talked about, and the reason why is because I understand the risk versus reward. I have less risk in this crypto because it's a higher market cap, right, than this one. But if I want more reward, then, I'm willing to take a certain percentage of my portfolio and risk it. So to me, it's just managing your risk properly. And I think most people, they don't teach you about this. They don't really stress this. I really want to stress this to you. If you are going to invest, just understand, meme coins are insanely high risk just to begin with. Then if you keep going down the line market cap wise, it just gets riskier and riskier and riskier. So much so that like you could look at, coins that are in, 2 million, like that's crazy high risk. Okay. That's insane. So, that's up to you to do your own due diligence, but I just wanted to share with you examples. So let me share with you more examples of parallels of different coins. So you have Pepe. Okay. Now you have Andy on ETH. Okay. So Andy on ETH looks like Pepe almost. I mean, the charts look very similar, except for Pepe probably has one more additional leg up than Andy does at this time, because the riskier that the cryptos get in market cap and in newness, the farther behind they typically lag. So Bitcoin typically moves first, then all the higher cap coins and the other altcoins and whatever. But we've been seeing in the market that there's been different rhyme and reason for these different crypto coins all of a sudden popping up out of nowhere. Okay, so you don't know for sure when they're going to pop up, how they're going to pop up, and that's why, again, you have to manage your risk properly for everything. So let's look at other coins that are starting to do very well. Ponky. Okay, this one deviated below to 30 cents, is now almost right around all-time highs as well. Is another one that we've discussed. WIF is still in the trading range here. Okay, so you can see WIF is just kind of range high, range low, mid-range, mid-range, mid-range low. So again, maybe it deviates below here, right? And maybe we go higher eventually. If you believe this is a scenario, this is a possible scenario. $2.87 billion market cap. Another cryptocurrency that we talked about was Foxy, looking to explode. So again, if we go back to our video here as these high risk crypto coins, okay, go back and look at, all those different coins that we've talked about. And we talked about a few others here, Foxy. Okay, so here's Foxy in our video, right? We talked about it at 0.18 cents today. Foxy from that moment that we talked about it is up another 50%. So to me, if you look at Foxy only being a $73 million market cap, fully diluted at 245, maybe this again comes here, retests, and then starts going higher, right? Like, it looks to me like that chart pattern is playing out. Also, though, it could, fail here and come back down into this range, right? And we could range around in here. So to me, managing your risk is something that you need to pay attention to, but giving you an update here on Foxy. Gummy was another one that we talked about in this range, and I said that this would be a demand zone. Okay, this right here, you're in your demand zone. I think we're in it right now. It could go lower, but we had a huge move here that quickly got sold back down. So I don't know if there was some news or something that happened here with this, but we saw a huge move. This literally went up 100%. And it shows me that this coin can make these big moves and that whales and smart money is watching this. It's at a $62 million market cap. And yeah, people want to accumulate in this range, and then eventually it could bust up. And if it breaks these highs, I could see Gummy going to 50 cents to maybe even $1 at the all-time highs of this cycle. So that would be a $1 billion valuation. Right now it's at 62 million. It's certainly a possibility. I'm not promising it to you, but yes, these are some things to be looking for right now. So these are our, updates here with the market, with Bitcoin trading right around 70,000. Again, patience, conviction, learning, continuing to keep studying, and continuing to keep coming back to the channel is going to help you understand where we are today. So if you've enjoyed this alpha and you've enjoyed what we've shared with you, keep coming back. We'll have a lot more in the future. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again very soon.